Vlogmas day 13 and I've just been for physio. I keep doing all my medical things for you, but I stuck my mascara wand in my eye and I'm not quite right yet, and I've not done the bottom lids, so never mind. Anyway, so I'm in a little town called Garstang, quite an ancient town or village, I don't know what you'd call it really, and yeah, I'm just going back to the car now, but I've just been in a very welcome toilet break. Good afternoon. So I did video this morning. Today is the 13th, and so I'm covering Tuesday the 13th of December, so it is Vlogmas day 13. Thanks ever so much for joining me. I'm so pleased that I'm getting some people viewing my channel. Susan at Seaside Stitches, thank you for popping in today. It's really nice of you to call round, and if you like my videos when it's finished, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd love it if you'd subscribe. I cannot believe I've got 500 subscribers now. I've been videoing for a couple of years and I just really love it, and I really appreciate everyone who looks in and drops by and has a look at the channel, so thank you very much. So today I'm still working on the wobbly guy. I've made some progress, so he's now got 2 arms and he's got the legs. I'll insert a photo. The legs were made, but now he has the bottoms of the legs fixed. We went for, it's the kind of measuring the circumference and then doing the calculation. Not really. Get on your phone and it will do the calculation. It tells you what the diameter of the circle will be. We tried for the 4.5 and it was too big. We tried for the 4 and it was too small, so we've done it on 4.25 and that seems to have worked. I've got to sew that round later on, but I won't have enough light for videoing, so I thought I will just get that far, and then at this point I'll just speak to you now, because there's a couple of things I wanted to show you, and I seem to have a bit of a mess here. I'm not quite sure where that's come from. I'm working shortly, so I just wanted to fit in this video if I could. I've been into Garstang this morning, which is a little historical village, small town between Blackpool and Lancaster, and I just went for physio, so I just had a little walk round and took a couple of photos. The weather wasn't really up to it and I wasn't really up to it. I was needing to relieve myself rather quickly, so I managed to find a supermarket with relieving prospects, and then my car park money was running out, so I did that. That was Garstang. So I'm back now, and one of the things I wanted to share is Happy Mail. Now my birthday is in August, and in August, in time for my birthday, I ordered this dress pattern. Well, it's a book about dresses, sew dresses. I think I've seen it before, but I saw it at the time on, her channel is Carpe Diem, but I always want to go Carpe Diem, like it needs something else. Carpe Diem. Anyway, never mind. I'll look up her actual name, but she had been using it. I thought, oh, I may look into that. But actually what I'm doing lately is making up dresses from different tops and different skirts from the patterns I've got. So I know it will be useful, but it was out of stock. Waterstones never let me know that it was out of stock, but after weeks and weeks of it not arriving, I looked into it and no one had it. It was out of stock. So, or if they did let me know, I didn't spot it. So anyway, I tried to order it from somewhere else who thought they had it in stock, and then I got informed that they didn't have it in stock. But I just got a notification about 3 days ago saying Royal Mail had it and they would deliver it ASAP, and they have delivered it. So I'm looking forward to looking into that. And I've gifted myself January to have fewer commitments travel-wise and pressure-wise, but just so that we can have a kind of homely January and catch up on things. One of the things being that Google Photos backs up my photos. I no longer want them to, and because I've now run out of storage, they have blocked my email address, so I need to sort all that out, and that may be why I didn't hear about this. I don't know, but never mind. That's one thing I'm going to do in January. There are quite a few technical, as I call it, technical things that we need to sort out. We've had printer issues and storage issues and all sorts of things. So January is going to be, I can't say it's going to be chilled out, but we won't be having trips like we've been having. So at the end of November we went to Scotland, and it was just lovely, 3 or 4 days to celebrate and reminisce of our life together, because we've been married 50 years towards the end of November. So we just had a little trip on our own to a place that means quite a bit to us, and it was really lovely. So I can tell you a bit about that another time, but I did mention in one of my other vlogs where I'd managed to finish yellow ochre, kind of goldenish dress, and I took that with me and I wore that on our anniversary night. We only went to the next door pub to the hotel and had something to eat, but it was really nice. It was just a really refreshing, kind of rewarding little kind of breakaway. And then we've been up and down to our son and daughter-in-law's new place, and that's been lovely, just kind of doing something different. And we'll be going again around Christmas time, but we don't want to be going anywhere in January because I want to catch up with things. I've just got behind with just bits of trivial catching up life-wise, nothing specific. I don't need to do a massive zooming about spring clean. Should have seen how the house was the other day. I found fluff I'd never known existed. I could stuff a cushion with the fluff that was on the floor in my front room. Anyway, let's go on to something else. So I'm looking forward to looking into this. I know that it's got quite a lot of explanations, and it's also got some patterns. So I need to have a really good perusal of that. And these I mentioned the other day, these are the little skeins of embroidery silks that I got on offer from the garden centre. So I just wanted to show you something that, again, just before we went away in November, as a little treat to myself, I accepted an invitation to go to Abercan, which is a fabric shop, a kind of fabric warehouse, discounted fabrics, and it's a family-owned thing, but it's now spread across the world. So there are Abercans all over the place. But they were having a sale of up to 70% off some of the things that they had in the sale. But there was some fabric that I'd already had prior to the sale that I made a bag, a byannie.com Patterns by Annie bag called the Open Wide, and I made a set of bags using this fabric, and it's quilt cotton, and it was only something it wasn't massively expensive when I bought it in the first place. And then the last time I did go, they did have some on the row, still on the boat, and I got an extra metre. And then when there was this sale on, I thought, well, I could do quite a lot of different projects with that fabric. I wonder if they've still got some. And I took the bowl to be measured how much there was, and there was 3.2 metres, and I bought it all. But it is so glorious. I really, really love it. It's just so happy, but it's got such impact when you team it up with one of these bright colours and one of the others as a coordinated fabric. So it's brilliant for making bags, and I'm sure other things. But so that was one purchase that I made. There wasn't 70% off it, but there was quite a considerable amount off it. And then I came across these two little things. So this, again, thinking of bag making or fussy cutting something so that you've got a central piece that is really quite nice, and then you can team it up with some of the colours in it as borders or boundaries, or just coordinated bits and pieces that you can add to the bag. And I just thought that was so lovely, and this was considerably cheaper as well than it would normally be, and I'm so pleased with that because it's double that depth. Oops. Oh, it's still got the ticket on that tells you how much is on the piece. But isn't that fabulous? So that is that piece. And although I am into cats, but I'm not into fish or marine things, but I am into beautiful, almost kind of zentangling pattern stuff. So we've got turtles and angelfish, and it's just beautiful. Some of it, all of it is upside down. Is it to you? Maybe not. I'm just looking forward to working out what I could possibly sew with it, what I could make. There is no rush for it. It just goes on my pile of thinking and creativity. And I suppose just to top that, to bring that round to a kind of close for just now, is that I'd also had my Debbie Shaw's books out, half yard gifts. These are things that are stalwarts to me. I've not made many of them, but I have made some, and I love watching her videos. She got me into initially doing my sewing machine, the cover for my sewing machine. I didn't do the one she did, but that got me interested in it. And I have the mat under my sewing machine with little pockets, so I've got my snips, my main small scissors and my rotary cutter. They're all by my machine, and I have my tweezers parked in one as well. So there's just lots of good ideas in here, and I've got several of them, and also kind of a fat quarters book that just gives you ideas of, I'll go into ideas for gifts and things and for small things another time. There was just one thing I was thinking. Our Amy and David had said, we didn't know what to get your mum for your birthday, but if there's anything that you spot that's sewing related or video that you need for doing videos, just let us know and we can talk about it. So I didn't actually find anything. I didn't really look for anything, but while I was in the Abercan 70% off sale, I noticed there was also a 25% off everything. That's what happened with these. There was 25% off these and this. Also, there was just that day it was store wide. Everything was 25% off. And there was an odd thing that was 70% off. But this wonderful thing that I've been chasing about, would I get one, would I not? I'd seen some small ones and I didn't want a tiny one. And it's got the cutting machine. It's got a cutting mat on the back, and it's got the pressing mat on the other side. And I do have one of those tiny irons, and I haven't used it yet. So I'm so thrilled with this that I got it at such a reasonable price, because they're quite pricey for me. This is not quite, you know, I'm on a budget. I know lots of us are on a budget, smaller budgets than we thought we had, given the cost of living crisis. But anyway, I'm so thrilled with that. I want to catch up with all the things I'm working on with the yellow boy. Once he's finished, then I will be allowed, by myself, to expand on getting rid of some of my whips, but making my table back into the smaller version of the table. And then I can explore what I'm going to do about instead of having to put up my big ironing board. I love my big ironing board when I'm doing that. That means it's downstairs. I use that for garment pressing and everything. But if I'm doing any quilt blocks or just collars or something like that, then it's good to be able to just do that all up here. So I'm thrilled to bits with that. I have mentioned it to them, but I haven't told them exactly how much it cost. So we'll see. That's that. And I think that's everything for now. Tomorrow I'm hoping that I will crack on with the sewing. But if I do get a chance to talk to you tomorrow, which will be the 14th, I may be able to take some footage when we go drumming practice. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask whether that's okay or not. I want to finish Mr. Yellowboy fully tomorrow, because I've got to organise my outfit for Saturday for drumming. And then I've got either tomorrow, Thursday or Friday, I want to show you some of the fat quarter selection that I've been buying over the last few weeks. It's all very naughty. So this may be my sign off for today. Whatever I've taken Sunday, Monday and earlier today, I'll try and put it all together for you. So thank you ever so much for watching. If you do like my channel, if you do like the video, please do give us a thumbs up. And I love to have comments. I hadn't realised, but after the first few weeks of vlogging, we had to turn comments off because we were getting some quite strange things. And so my son had set up a thing where they were held back, and I didn't realise, and I just thought, nobody cares about me. Nobody wants to comment. Well, I'd like you to comment. So if you'd like to comment, I'm very pleased to hear your comments, and I will respond to you. Thank you very much. So I got him to change that, and recently I have had a few comments. So thank you. Anyone who's commented, anyone who will comment, thank you for dropping by, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now. Lots of love to you. Bye. Quick picture of Lancashire Edge UK their Christmas window. You're alright, you're not on it. You're not on it in Garstang. Gentleman Santa on his sleigh. Nice twinkly tree. Reindeer. And very giant bells. Good morning. I'm just out and about in a little historical town called Garstang, and I'm just picking a few little landmarks to show you while I'm out and about. It's really quite cold. Well, we have the King's Arms, and some people just won't go home. Look at this set of people. Reprobates. Absolute reprobates.